It isn't very often in Brawl Stars for a pro player to achieve a milestone that leaves everyone else in the community in awe. Don't get me wrong, there are several accomplishments that are noteworthy, such as rank 35, a few hundred trophies past rank 35, a really high trophy total at the very end of the season, but there are a few circumstances that are much different than that, much more noteworthy than that in my opinion. I can only think of a few different examples. Number one is OG. Way back in the day, he managed to get to 22,000 total trophies at the end of a season. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot right now, but back in the day when there was only 24 brawlers and the trophy system was not yet changed, it was quite the amazing accomplishment that got the whole community talking. Now I'm certain that we stumbled upon something that is most definitely in that ballpark, and that is an insane accomplishment by two pro players playing together in one season, managing to obtain 2,000 total trophies on one brawler. And here I thought rank 35 was hard. My goodness. So guys, let's get straight away into the accomplishment. Let's do it. Now 2,000 trophies is definitely no laughing matter. It's pretty dang difficult to fathom just how hard it actually was. As you all know, once you get to 1,200 trophies, you only go up +3 trophies every win, and you lose 12 trophies every single loss. So a makeup of 4 games to get 1 loss off your record. So that in and of itself is impressive, let alone the 750 trophies they had to grind past that 1,250 threshold, the rank 35 milestone that we have in the game. So if we total this up, 2,000 trophies, that is in essence rank 50 in the game. Of course, we don't have a rank 50, but that is what it would be if we had ranks to go up that high. Now, the two brawlers that were pushed last season were Max as well as Penny, and the incredible pro players that managed to push this high up are both Rowdy here, hopefully I'm saying that right, on his Max, and a Choppy over on his Penny. Now they're sitting at 1,100 trophies, and I'm thinking that's how much they reset. They lost 900 trophies off their grind, I believe. I don't think it was 2 seasons ago, and since they're both at the same trophies on these brawlers, I'm suspecting that they tilted down 900 trophies at the end of a season, which is absolutely insane. Now, speaking on a Choppy, he's definitely not one to not show crazy milestones in the game before. He's actually been on the channel recently. He was the very first person to achieve rank 35 on all of the brawlers in Brawl Stars, so these guys are nuts. A little bit more about these two players. They are both pro players from Japan, and incredible pro players at that. They're both friends, so they grinded up together, both achieving 2,000 at the exact same time. So that's pretty dang cool if you ask me. And also, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we wouldn't see something else crazy coming up in the near future from these two. I mean, a Choppy doesn't have any more rank 35s to get, so I'm sure he's setting his eyes on other crazy stuff to do in the game, and I'm definitely looking forward to that in the near future. But guys, without any further ado, let's get into some of these crazy games. Also, you guys, make sure to please check out their links in the description down below. They definitely deserve our support for achieving such a crazy achievement in Brawl Stars, so I would greatly appreciate that. Alrighty guys, so starting off with the very first match here, and we're going to be progressing through their grind, going up steadily until they reached that very significant milestone of 2,000 total trophies. So we have some gem grab as well as some Brawl Ball, and like I said before, the last Brawl Ball game is absolutely insane. You guys don't want to miss it. So Choppy and Rowdy, hopefully I'm saying that right. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it fully. I'm pretty sure I got a Choppy right, but I'm not sure about his buddy. But here we go. So of course, when you're playing Penny, you're definitely going mid, and Rowdy is you being that laning brawler here. And as you can see, they're playing during the gadget phase, or once this update did come out, so they definitely have a pretty decent gadget here. I've actually heard talk in the community that Penny is actually a formidable brawler now because of the gadget. That self-destruct mechanic is pretty dang OP here, and the whole max combo with Penny here, especially if you guys are coordinating really well, can definitely be a really good combo, and placing good turrets around, getting you out of sticky situation, Max with the super. But as you can see, some of the gem grab gameplay here, it's pretty dang easy in my opinion how they're playing here. The enemy team doesn't have one single gem, and mind you, they're all in 1,900 total trophies for the entirety of the gameplay here, so really high up there. It's nothing to mess around with. I would be shaking in my boots But as you can see, they're sitting at 1,944 trophies here, staggering at +3 trophies a game. Let's head into the next one. Okay, so the next match, same comp, same map, probably the same exact grind that they were on before, going up against a Crow, a Piper, and a Pam. So Pam definitely really good for this map in the lane, which is weird seeing Pam play in a lane. But Max and Pam, both really annoying brawlers on this map. I'm sure this comp worked out for them very, very well. They probably grinded up for quite some time with this comp, where you have that spammy bush checking capabilities from Pam as well as Max, not letting anyone in lane. And look at this, total spawn trappage. I'm sure this map, they definitely got their hands on a lot of spawn trapping here, and you'll see Apache put the turret in that location a lot during these matches. He sometimes even saves them if he's getting pushed back into their spawn. Say the enemy team is spawn trapping his team, he'll throw the turret once they gain some control, or just to get some footing on the map. But that's definitely something to take note of. If you're playing on this map, use that spot for the mortar. It's really hard to get to. One, you have to get through a person that's playing in that lane, and then take out the mortar, and probably take out the penny that's trying to get you away from that. So, man, this comp is looking really, really good on this map, and another very, very easy victory. The enemy team still no gems whatsoever, just training through these teams here. And that's going to put us at a grand total of 1,968 trophies. So let's keep it going. One more gem grab and then Brawl Ball for the rest. All right, so once again, same map, same team comp, same grind, and we'll see if they can assert some dominance once again. Playing up against a little bit of a different team comp here, going up against a Rosa, and as you can see, they're totally tag teaming that Rosa, and I think that was by design. I'm sure they're VCing here. Once you take down that Rosa, then the Max can keep lane control there for probably the entirety, because you can't sweat on Max's DPS. Once the Rosa gets in close and you have control over the lane, I'm sure Max can control the Rosa fairly well. But on this map, when you have a runaway Rosa, it can be really challenging once you're trying to get back into lane. So I'm sure that's why they work together there. So there we go, using super to kite away from the Rosa, and they were able to take out the Rosa together again. And it looks like Apache is trying to hold down that right lane while his friend heals up, Ritze. Okay, so here we go. So the Rosa ends up taking out Max, but Chappie's team is sitting at a 9 power cube, or 9 gem advantage, excuse me. So it's looking very well again. So all these matches have been such a steamroll. I'm telling you guys, try to learn from example here. Some of the stuff that you see from these incredible pro players are definitely noteworthy, even if it's really small things like that first thing that they did in the beginning, going up against that Rosa together, very coordinated to gain control over that lane and basically win the game. I would say probably because of that, or at least put them in a really good footing for the beginning of the match. But that's going to set us at 1,971 trophies. Okay, guys, so time for some Brawl Ball, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. I feel like Apache as well as Ritze are both incredibly good at Brawl Ball. I love watching pro players in Brawl Ball. It's just something different. Where Gem Grab, you can have like a absolute like running, like you can destroy an enemy team, but it's just kind of stagnant, right? If you have like the upper hand the entire match, you're just collecting gems, doing your thing. But in Brawl Ball, it takes like really technical skill, trying to find an opening, trying to work together to take out one opponent, get ball control. There's just a little bit more to Brawl Ball, which is why I feel like it's one of the most popular 3v3 game modes in Brawl Stars. So we definitely have a little bit of a tall order here. We're going up against tanks, so we're definitely needing to push on a lot of damage here, and Penny's not really good for that. But thankfully we have Pam as well as Max on the their team, so they can definitely dish off that DPS for those brawlers. But if Penny gets pinched off, it could be definitely a little bit challenging. So their team managed to score the goal. It's 1-0, and I think by the judging the way this match has been going, it's been fairly easy. But it's a funny team comp that they're going up against, all tanks. So here we go. Let's see how this one plays out. Another really cool thing here is now that Penny has the detonator, she can just blow it up there. Oh my goodness, so OP. Let's go. Kind of saw it coming, but that is such a good thing to use in Brawl Ball. Is Penny now viable in Brawl Ball? Sitting at 1,982 trophies. Let's keep the ball rolling. Onward to our next match. So we're up against a Shelly, a Rico, and a Sandy, and you guys may have noticed this is a different day, a different map that they're pushing on, and they also have a different third on their team. They have Frank, which Frank is incredibly good on this map. A lot of bushes in the middle, a lot of walls to seek refuge behind. Oh, almost able to score there, but the Rico with the DPS able to take out the Penny. But as I was saying, Frank incredibly good on this map. A lot of bushes to sneak around and a lot of obstacles to kind of get away and seek refuge from those annoying chip damage brawlers such as Sandy and Rico and Shelly. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. Shelly's bush camping, waiting for Penny to get into lane, but looks like Penny managed to get a few shots there to charge up super. Max getting back into lane, using super to try to pressure back as much as possible, just basically running into the strafe, running into the crazy fire of 3 brawlers and managing to stay alive for quite some time there. Sandy chipping away at the Frank. Really the only downfall of being Frank on a map like this and playing against Sandy is just the amount of supers that you feed. So Sandstorm can definitely be an annoying issue to handle. So here we go. We have Ritze as well as a Choppy. 2v3 here up against a Rico, Sandy, and Shelly pressuring in. So Frank trying to gain some ground, trying to help out in any way possible. Penny standing guard. Ooh! And Rico almost managed to score there. Another very close call. So close call for both teams now. The Penny definitely really close to score in the very first seconds of the match. And the Rico there as well. So Sandy trying to stay alive up against the Max, but Max able to take out the Sandy. Now it is 3v2. Frank is full health, keep in mind. And we'll see what happens here. I'm sure Shelly is really close to super, seeing that she was being a little bit aggressive against the Frank there. And Ritze managing to score the very first goal of the match with 31 seconds left in the match here. So Frank coming in with a crazy good super, taking out, or I should say stunning 2 of them, but not taking out Shelly. It is now 3v1 with Max being, or I should say Sandy being incredibly low here. How is the enemy team going to respond? It looks like Frank's going to be able to walk it in willy-nilly. Okay guys, so heading into the final match, and like I said before, strap up, get your popcorn ready. This match is insane, so much fun to watch. So still rocking Frank, Max, and Penny going up against Carl, Sandy, and Rico. Definitely a formidable team comp, as you guys will see moving forward here. So it looks like full team wipe for our team, and Carl is just going to be able to walk it in. So already to a deficit within the first 35 seconds of the match. So we'll see what our team can do here in order to clinch this up. So Frank trying to get some ground here up against the Rico. The Rico, the biggest problem, I would say, and then the Sandy just for the chip damage, keeping him low, keeping him unable to heal up. Carl keeping Penny and Max occupied on the bottom, but Max able just to walk up while both of them are dead on the enemy team, and Carl distracted on bottom with very low health. So they managed to score, even things up, and this is when it starts to get exciting. So a minute 22 seconds left in the match. Carl going in on the Frank, taking out the Frank, and now it is 3v2. Carl going in for the second super, but a Choppy able to throw down his mortar using his gadget in order to stop the super from continuing and killing a Chappie. So clutch play there, able to heal up and get back into lane and try to control things. Frank just trying to push out 3v1 just to get some ground here for his team so that Penny and Max can make their move up. But Carl going in once again, absolutely rocking things. The Carl is probably the MVP of the enemy team. So here we go. It's now 2v2, but we're in a bad spot. The Sandstorm was down. Chappie was very low on health. And every single time you'll see, Frank just tries to go up and gain some ground, but he just goes down instantly because all the teammates here are just so good at chipping the Frank down. Rico really good at that, Sandy really good at that, and then Carl can just super in on the Frank and take him out very easily. So Frank pretty challenged in this match here. So here we're just trying to gain some ground once again. The enemy team has been pushing on the lower half basically for the entire second half of this match, ever since both goals were scored. So they're hoping for a miracle here going into overtime, inching their way into there. So it looks like Rico able to take out Apache with that super, very good super there. Max able to move his way out, her way out. Frank trying to catch a stun, able to get the stun, but not killing anybody, and it's 3v1. You guys can see this match is crazy. 48 seconds left in OT. The enemy team is pressuring in. It is now 3v3, but our team is pushed back up against the wall. Carl rolling in, taking out Max. Frank getting low as well, but so is Rico. Rico not dead. One of the most stressful things in the world when you're so close to killing an opponent, especially in overtime Brawl Ball. So here we go, 2v3 up against Carl, Sandy, Rico, the whole team pretty healthy here. Apache throwing down super, trying to get some support over there. Carl rolling in, going to take out the Penny. And now we're getting some positioning here. It is now Max up against 3 players. He's got his super, procs it, only takes 1 damage from the axe, kicks it in at the last second and scores the goal. And that, my friends, is what you call a crazy match to end the 2,000 trophy push at the end of a season. Crazy. So yeah, guys, that is the conclusion of the video today, outlining an insane grind here in Brawl Stars to 2,000 total trophies on 2 brawlers, 2 friends achieving rank 50 in the game. Absolutely mind-blowing. I couldn't even fathom it. I couldn't even attempt to even try to do that ever in my life. It is crazy. So huge congrats to them. Make sure to check out, once again, their links in the description down below. I would greatly appreciate that. Support them, support them, support them. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. I would appreciate that. With that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.